Hello everyone, my name is David and I would like to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Fitness with David. I'm a 2-hour 38 marathoner and I hope you have subscribed to the channel. If not, please hit the subscribe button at the end of this video so that you do not miss the video. In today's video, we shall be discussing about stretching, a very important aspect of muscle care. So what is stretching? Stretching is a form of physical exercise in which a specific muscle or muscle group is deliberately flexed to improve the muscle's elasticity and achieve comfortable muscle tone. You can do pre or post. So there's some stretching that is done pre-workout, which is what we call dynamic stretching, and we shall go through that. And then there is a static stretching, which is done after workouts. Pre-workout stretching, what is the importance? It makes the muscles more elastic, as we have mentioned before. It improves your overall total performance. It improves muscle balance around joints and increases flexibility and range of motion. It also warms up the tissues to around the tendons to prevent injury. Increases blood flow, we have mentioned that before. And like we have also said, then enhances the performance in the workout. And then we've got the post-workout stretching. This is supposed to be after the workout. What is the importance of that? One, it helps constricted and contracted muscles release back to their more comfortable state. Normally in a workout, especially runs, the muscles shorten due to intense activity. It also makes the body more flexible, reducing chances of injury. Improves blood flow circulation as well, and it helps to bring the lactic acid away from the muscles and send in a fresh charge of oxygen with the nutrients to start healing the muscles. It decreases muscle stiffness and cramping. It prevents tightness and pain due to fatigued muscles. Improves range of motion as well and increases muscular coordination. In addition, it helps promote healing to muscles when we have injury, and helps also eliminate stress and improve mental acuity because stress does make us feel a bit uptight, and stretching does help because of sending blood flow. And then so we can then move into the proper stretching techniques, and we shall run through a few fundamental things to look out for. One is that we must warm up fast. Stretching muscles when they are cold increases the risk of pulled muscles. You know, when you have a gum that is off a packet, if you stretch it, it tears. But if you chew it, warming it up, it becomes a bit more elastic. Our muscles are a lot like that. We say that it can be anything between 5 to 30 minutes. It depends on the kind of workout that you're doing. It can be time consuming, and I always tell people that you must factor in stretching into your workout so that you're not rushed after a workout to just go shower and head to work or to wherever else you're going. So key fundamentals about stretching: hold each stretch for 10 to 30 seconds. It takes time to lengthen tissue safely. In the problem areas, like I've got issues with my hamstring, so I'll spend a bit more time there. Don't bounce. You know, we see a number of guys bouncing those muscles as they stretch. So it causes bouncing causes small tears, so it's not a good to do. Focus on pain-free stretch. So you expect to feel tension while you're stretching and not pain. Should you be in pain, then you need to pull a little bit back and hold it in a position where you're not feeling pain. And I know there's a thin line between pain and tension. You've got to identify it yourself. And I tell people that that is one of the critical reasons why I don't allow people to stretch me and press me hard as they when stretching, because then there's the chances of getting injured. You need to relax and breathe freely. Don't hold your breath. Stretch both sides. Don't stretch one side and leave the other. You stretch before and after an activity, and make stretches sport specific. So if I'm stretching for running, I should stretch for running. Stretching after exercise should be done within 10 minutes after completion, before the muscles have had time to cool off, and then stretch gradually. If a stretch is applied too quickly, then the tendons can react and contract, and you get a counterproductive effect. Then keep up with your stretching, make it a routine. Don't do it now and then after a week, etc. Just form a routine. 2 to 3 times a week minimum, if you're working out a lot, is good. It keeps you also in good check. Having said that, not everyone should stretch. There are circumstances that even for workout people, you shouldn't stretch. And I had one such situation sometime last year when I pulled a hamstring. And I know many of us runners have a tendency, when you feel some pain somewhere, to stretch. We are even seen stretching in the office, when we are standing in meetings, in the market. We've actually made it our to-do when we are even bored. But in some cases, you should avoid stretching. And when should you avoid stretching? When you have a acute muscle strain. Stretching muscle fibers following an injury in the acute period can result in further injury. If you have fractured bones, stretching muscles surrounding that area can place stress on the bone and prevent it from healing. Or even if you sprain, sometimes when you sprain, it's not the best thing to do, so you should take note of that. So with that, now we shall go into the types of stretching, and we shall start off with the types. So there are 2 types of stretching. There is dynamic and static stretching. Dynamic means active and involves movement of a number of muscles. It prepares the muscles to be on point to fire. So it's very critical before your workout. If you want to really fire the muscles to really fire, you must prepare them adequately and properly. It takes the body through a full range of motion that mimics the same movements you go through while exercising. It is ideal to exercise prior to exercise to prepare the joints for optimal activation, and you should do a number of sets on each side. So we shall now look at the various types of stretching. Dynamic stretches, and I'll start with the one that I really make use of, that is the leg swings. So you're supposed to keep your body upright. You swing your leg forward, backwards, forward, backwards. This helps activate the glutes and the hamstring. So you start off with the light movement, keep moving up. You can do 10 to 12 repeats. Then switch off to the other leg. If you need some support, you can get that support. Then after you've done the 10 to 12 reps, then you can do them in a lateral direction. This helps the hip flexors as well. You can hold on to a seat or a chair, or your fellow runner. Do 10 to 12 times. Change sides. Prepares the muscles and tells them that there is some activity coming. Then another workout that you can do, that is front lunges. So you lunge forward. Try and make sure that your knee doesn't go beyond your toes. So forward. Then you can do the other leg. Forward. This is also working on the hamstrings, the quads, the glutes. So you can do 10 to 12 repeats each side. There is also a backwards squat, where you move your feet backwards. It's very effective on the glutes and gives them a warning of the tasks that lie ahead. Get some good balance. Good. That is another dynamic workout. Then you've got toe raises for your ankles. 1, 2, 3. That works on the ankles and helps them get ready for activity. There is also butt kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. You can do again as many reps as you have, maybe a count of maybe 30, so that you have 15 for each leg. There is also high knees, and you can engage your hands as well. You can see how it looks like from the side. It's also helping in warm-up. I can actually start feeling the sweat coming in. This of course has to be done after some warm-up. We also have nipples. That is also working out your glutes, your hamstrings as well. Front kicks also help in taking care of your hamstrings as well. And whatever you do on one side, 10 to 12 on that side. And also kick on the sides. I'm losing balance. Other side, same number of reps. The hamstrings, you can also, you can pull a number of times. Make sure you're getting a good stretch. I also do some squat stretches that help me stretch the inner thighs. My hamstrings are problematic, so I've got to really take care of them. For the upper body, you also need to make sure that your hands are also prepared. The upper body, the chest is okay, so you start with some slow movements and increase the circle. You can also swing like that to open the chest and get ready to take in air and support your running. The glute stretch, one of my favorite. I do it both stationary and dynamically. So this way I'm doing dynamic. So I'll pull this up. I'm flexing, but I'm not straining the knee. I'm pulling towards up so that I can feel it on my glutes. And this is how it looks like from the side, pulling up. Up, the other one, up again, and then again 10 to 12 times. The plantar flexor stretch. You begin by standing tall, put your leg in front, and then point out, toes in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and repeat with the other leg. Leg flexor stretch. Keep your leg at 90 degrees, and then you engage your quad to stretch out. Back to that position, then you stretch out. This is how it will look like from the side. So you start off at 90 degrees, stretch out. 90 degrees, stretch out. You can do about 10 to 12 times, depending if that is an area that gives you challenges. So we also have the lunge and reach. So you lunge and you reach on the opposite side. I lunge with this foot, I reach to that side, lunge and reach. You're doing the hamstrings, the glutes, the quad, and also your sides. There's also donkey kicks and knee tucks, tucking, 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 kick, ankle mobilization, up, down, twist, 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 twist in, out. Then you can hold on to a wall and move your ankle. Then there is also stretching the shin on your toes on this rear leg, and then you stretch out sideways, in, that way. I hope you can see what I'm doing to the leg. That is stretching the shin. Of course, then you need to repeat the same on the other side. Shin is not the easiest one to stretch. My favorite one is, like I said, the side lunges, the leg swings. I also incorporate this, which also helps open up the hip flexors. So I'll do outside and on the inside. Towards the inside. And those should about wrap the number of dynamic stretches that you can do. You can choose the ones that work for you, or the ones that help out on your problem areas. And then after that, then normally I would do very fast sprints, 60 meters, 100 meters near race pace, as I wait to now walk to my koro for the start of the race. Stationary stretches. These are the stretches that are done after a workout, and like we said, we need to do them within 10 to 15 minutes of a workout before our muscles cool down. These particular ones, as opposed to the way dynamic are, they normally isolate one muscle and you stretch one muscle at a go. So let us go through the stationary stretches that you would do 10 to 15 minutes after your run. So we shall start with hamstring stretch. Lying on your back, I hope you can see me well. You lift up one of your legs, hold it at the back of the knee, and then you flex. You can see what's happening with my toes. I'm pushing them towards me, the toes, so that you can feel the stretch on the hamstring. Hold each stretch for about 30 seconds and change sides. Then quad stretch. If you are able to do this one, and there's going to be another one while standing, you can pull your leg back and then lie back. It's not the easiest one for most people, so if you can't do this, there's going to be another one that we shall demonstrate. Again, hold for 30 seconds and repeat. The idea is to keep this as straight as practical. We have the groin stretch. So you sit it down, you push your underfoot underneath of your feet together, pull in, and try and exert some pressure here, so that you're stretching this particular part. Again, hold for 30 seconds. You should be able to feel a good stretch in here. We have the pigeon stretch. That stretches the glutes and the piriformis. So look at that. My leg is in that way. Then I'm going to go down, and then I can feel my stretch over here. I'll turn around for you to see, and then to enhance the stretch, then I'll pull up And I can feel a lot of stretching that way.
Again, change sides, this leg inside.
Sit on it, stretch forward.
And you can feel that stretch there. That's a very one of my ones that I must do. You can also stretch your glute by kneeling down that way, going on your side and pushing. Don't move this way because you lose a bit of movement. So you push, hold it there for 30 seconds, change to the other side.
Hold for 30 seconds.
Then another stretch for the glutes. Put your legs, knees up like that. One leg cross over the other. Then you lift the leg that is not crossed over up and hold for 30 seconds, pulling up as much as you can. And then change to the other leg. Again, pull in. Another stretch that stretches the glutes and also the spine. You cross over on the side. The camera will catch the view nicely. Put your opposite leg, opposite hand on your, like I'm crossing over my right leg, pulling with my left. I'm going to push and twist, and I can feel some sweet pain on my glutes and piriformis. Again, change to the other side and hold for 30 seconds. Wow, that feels sweet. Yeah. Then again, the same one, also stretch the spine. You can also hold your knee like that and then twist the body the opposite direction. Hold for 30. The other side. And hold for 30. The back. This is the cat stretch. You go twist your spine in and up, in and up, in and up. Then when you come from that one, you can also do the child push, the child stretch. Push back as far as you can, and stretch back. One leg forward to stretch the hamstring and the hip flexor. So one leg forward, and you put your body weight on it. And you can feel some sweet stretch over here. Again, change to the other leg for 30. And you can see the good stretch here on your hamstring and the hip flexors. Off the mat, hamstring stretch. Push your leg forward and then push your body back and then touch it. Hold for 30. Same thing on the other side. Hold for 30. Quad stretch. Lift your leg up. Pull the leg quad behind. Keep your chest as straight as possible. The idea is to get that stretch on the front of the quad. Hold for 30. Hold for 30 the other direction. You can also stretch, put your legs apart as far as you can. Then lean forward. You feel some stretch in here. Cross over your leg and then touch your toes or go down as far as you can. You said you hold until the point of tension and you shouldn't be feeling pain. Change over to the other side. Do the same thing.
Calf stretches. You can hold on to something and then push back. For the hands and the upper body, push your hands behind to stretch the chest. Put them on the waist there, and also try and push them as far back, like you're bringing them together as possible. This helps to stretch the shoulder and the triceps. Pull back. Repeat for this other side. Pass your hand across the body. Push one way. And push the other side. That feels like a workout. Thank you very much for joining us on this video. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe for future videos. Like I said, stretching will get your body ready for your next run. So once you've done a run, move on and start preparing the body for the next one. If you like the video, make sure to also hit the like button, and hope to be hearing from you. There is a comment section. Please feel free to leave your comments so that we can address any issues that you may have or some areas of improvement. And looking forward to hearing from you and seeing from you and sharing with you a lot that lies ahead.